Hey guys, hopefully you can hear this. It's quite windy out, but I thought it was a good time to check in. So, this is my first week of kind of getting back to regular workouts, kind of sticking to a regular running schedule. So, if you saw my last video, I actually walked through kind of my thought process, putting together my running schedule, trying to get back into a routine. Okay, turns out the rest of that audio is pretty much unusable because of the wind, so please enjoy this relaxing footage of an early morning track workout while I finish my intro. So, as I was saying, if you watched my last video, I walked through putting together kind of a new training plan, some new structure, kind of a template for me to follow for the next few weeks, while I also start to put together my race specific 50K training plan since I'm about 9 or 10 weeks out from that big race. So, this was my first week sticking to that new plan. So, Monday was a nice, easy recovery run with drills and strides. I'm really trying to work on and improve my form. So, Mondays I've kind of designated as easy recovery days, but taking the time to do, 15, 20 minutes of strides, drills, things like that. Tuesday was just kind of a regular, easy run. I'll have the run summary up on the screen. So Tuesday was just an easy run, and the footage you're seeing right now is from Wednesday's track workout. So I decided to suck it up and wake up at 5:20 in the morning on Wednesday to meet a local running group at the track. So they have a coach, this running group, who shows up at the track too, and he usually has about 3 workout options that you can choose from. So he coaches specific runners in the group. So I think what he does is basically offer that workout to the group. People can kind of choose whatever workout will suit them best. So today's options were floating 800s. So floating just means the recovery period between 800s is still kind of an aerobic jog. It's not an easy jog or a walk, it's somewhere in between. So option 1 was floating 800s. Option 2, I think, was 12 by 300. And the third option was hill sprints. So I think it was 8 by like 30-foot hills or something like that. So my initial plan was to do the hill workout since A, it was the shortest and I'm kind of just getting back into it. B, uphill running is great for your form, your power, your stride. Well, not necessarily your stride, but your form and your power, and that's something I've been wanting to work on. And 3, hills are really relevant to a lot of the trail races I have coming up. Unfortunately, on the warm up, my ankle got super stiff and I got kind of nervous about the hill workout, and I decided to stay at the track just in case it got worse. So I ended up kind of doing my own hybrid workout. So a lot of people were doing the 800 workout, so I decided I wanted to try a few 800s, something a little bit longer and aerobically challenging. And then I dropped down to 400s and then 200s. So it was a pretty short workout. I think I did 4 by 800 and then 2 by 400 and then 2 by 200. So as the workout went on, I was doing shorter, faster intervals to try and work on my speed, power, and form, like I said before. So this workout was okay. I ended up almost bailing after the first interval since I didn't feel great. My ankle was sore, but I wanted to stick with it, and it really helps, having all the other people at the track working out, having all the company. So I decided to stick with it, just, get through whatever I could of the workout. And I had to keep it a little bit short, just because I had to get work. Yeah, I had to get to work early that day too. So Wednesday's track workout, I would say, was a success. It was a pretty short run overall. It was only, 5 or 6 miles because I didn't have time for a very long cool down because I had to get to work. But it was a pretty successful first workout back. So Thursday, I actually went to the gym and did some cross training, cardio, strength workout, which was the uh, plan according to the schedule I had set for myself. Same thing Friday. I wanted to keep it short and easy to make sure that I was rested for the tempo and the harder effort on Saturday. Friday, I was supposed to do some more extensive stretching and yoga, which, I did a little stretching, but it didn't really happen. I didn't really do like a full hour of intensive deep stretching yoga, but that's okay. The plan is a template. You do what you can. You're probably not going to do everything you want to, so that's fine.
Friday was just kind of an easy recovery run. Saturday was a workout. The same group meets on Saturdays for longer interval, longer effort workouts. So I decided to go to that too, just for the company, the motivation, the workout ideas. So again, there were a few workout options here. One of them was 2 mile rest and then 1 mile at 5K pace. I think one was a 5 mile tempo and the other one was a ladder. So the ladder was 6 minutes hard, 1 minute easy, 5 minute hard, 1 minute easy, then 4, 3, 2, 1 minute hard, all with 1 minute rest. So the 5 mile tempo definitely sounded like something I did not want to do. Way too painful, long, way too much work. Even the 2 mile, 1 mile sounded a little bit rough, so I decided to do the ladder. Especially when I'm getting back into workouts, I like to try to do shorter intervals as a way to kind of work on my speed and power first before building up to longer, harder efforts. So I decided to do the ladder. So I started with a 6 minute interval, 1 minute jog recovery, 5 minute interval. And these intervals were probably 5 to 10K pace. So they were a pretty hard effort, but it obviously wasn't an all-out sprint. But it was a hard effort. So I got through that workout. I got in, I think, 9 miles for the day. So it was a pretty good day. I think the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is about 21 minutes of work total, hard effort, plus the jog recovery. So you cover at least probably 4 miles during the workout, plus warm up, cool down. So I felt like Saturday went pretty well. It was a good workout. And then I do have footage from Sunday's long run / trail run. So we can jump right ahead to that, and you get to see how awful I look at 5:30 in the morning. It's Sunday, the end of the first week of the new running plan thing. I'm tired. It's 5:30. Did I already say that? Maybe it's 5:45 now. We're on our way to meet one of our friends for an early trail run. My hair looks insane because it's been like this for 24 hours. I haven't fixed it yet for the run. I didn't get any footage from the workout yesterday because we had to park pretty far from where we were meeting the group, and I didn't want to carry a big old camera on my workout. But it was a similar thing to Tuesday where the coach offered a few different workout options. So I picked the ladder, which was 6 minute, 5 minute, 4 minute, 3, 2, 1 minute intervals with 1 minute rest in between. And it went okay. Paces were still like maybe 10K to not quite 5K pace. I had to stop during the 4 minute interval though, so it wasn't like a perfect workout, but it was pretty good, especially since it's been so hot and humid lately. So we're gonna go run probably a couple hours on the trails with elevation gain, try to beat the heat and the rattlesnakes. So I'll check in with you when I'm done with that.
To recover. And don't say like disclaimer. This happened because he was out drinking.
Post-run recovery.
Post-run recovery.
It's already turning purple. This is what happens when you do a beer mile. Fall down.
You fall down. It wasn't a beer mile.
He fell after.
He fell after.
So we just finished our long Sunday trail run. It's a little after 9 o'clock now. I was out there for about 2.5 hours. I realized this bug bite I've had on my face for a few days, I think it's a spider bite. It probably bit me while I was sleeping. It's super red and disgusting and inflamed, and it's very angry because it's itchy. So we only did maybe 13.5 miles, but it took over 2 hours. I think 2 hours 20 I was out there. So a little over 10-minute miles, I think, maybe 10.5, with a few thousand feet gain. That's probably one of my second longest run in like a few months. So I still consider that pretty good. It put my mileage in the high 50s for this week, which is pretty good. I'm kind of coming back. Like 2 weeks ago when I raced, I was around 35 miles. Last week, I think, was around 50. So I'm happy with, high 50s. I'll probably try to hit 60 next week. My 50K is actually only maybe 10 weeks away, so I do need to put together a training plan for the 50K because I'm going to need to build my mileage up a little bit for that too. And the first cross-country race of the season is only 3 weeks away, I think. So this first week kind of back into training I think went pretty well. You know, I did 2 workouts, I did my long run, I got a decent amount of mileage, a decent amount of trail running and climbing. So I think it was a pretty successful day overall. So I think I need to put together an actual plan for the 50K coming up. I need to have a little bit more structure. I need to make sure I get my mileage up. I have like a mileage build up and a taper before the 50K, which is kind of going to be my big goal race. If you guys want to follow along with my training for the 50K and like some of the other races I'm doing along the way, stay tuned the next few weeks. I'm going to try to get up, you know, a video a week, let you guys know how training is going, show you my workouts, see how my mileage is building up, things like that. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this first week of getting back into training, getting back on a workout schedule.
But everything's fine now. I have my Slurpee. Thanks for the Slurpee. How was your run?
It was good power hike run. Death march kind of deal. It's one of those days that you're just tired. Legs are tired from the whole week.
Yeah, so I was gonna run short and easy with my friend tomorrow morning, but I'm a little nervous about running with someone else just because if I want to go real slow and recover from the last 2 days, like I don't want to get dragged along into a slightly faster pace than what I actually want to do. So I'm debating if I want to wake up early and run with her or just run after work, because I know I can set the pace and I can run a little bit easier, and I'll probably feel a little better than I will in the morning since we woke up early today to run, you know, so I could get a little bit more sleep. I'd say it was a pretty good week. I just need to start putting together a plan for the 50K and work in, you know, the other couple races that I want to do coming up, just to make sure, because the 50K I think is probably my biggest race of the fall, like my biggest goal race, like the highest stakes, you know, and kind of like it's going to be pretty grueling with 8,000 feet gain, 32 miles. Like it's going to be a long day. So I want to make sure I'm prepared for that, so I'm not as miserable as I would be if I wasn't prepared. So I'm probably going to ask Luis to help me with that, since it's going to be like an actual race-specific training plan, so I'm going to need a little bit more structure. So I'm probably going to ask Luis to put together a plan for me for that. So stay tuned if you want to see how training goes, how the workouts go, and how the race goes. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.